Hi, Algebra 1. In lesson 16 here, we're going to be looking at compounding interest. So you may have heard this before with maybe some financial literacy stuff, but we're going to be looking at it from a exponential growth perspective. Here we go. If you start with a loan of $500 and you have a 12% interest each year, you've made no extra payments, you're going to multiply by 1.12 for the first year, multiply by 1.12 for the second year, and so on for the third, fourth, and fifth years. We can simplify that by using an exponent 500 times 1.12 to the fifth power. That's for each year for 5 years. And we end up getting a total of $881.17. Let's use some pictures here to compare Andre's ideas with enlarging his picture and May's. So Andre starts with a picture. Let's just say it's 8 by 10. He is going to increase the lengths of each side by 10%. So 10% of 8 is 0.8, 10% of 10 is 1. So we add those on. His picture is now 8.8 by 11 inches. And as a reminder, adding on that 10% is the same as multiplying by 1.10. Now he's going to add on 10% again. So now he's going to take, again, those values times 1.10. And then we're going to end up with a document or an image that is 9.68 inches by 12.1 inches large. May said she was just going to increase the whole thing by 20% right away instead of in 2 separate steps. So she's going to take the side lengths times 1.20, and you're going to end up with an image that is 9.6 by 12 inches long. And so when you compare what Andre and what May did, you'll see that their final 2 images are not the same size. So increasing by 20% is not the same as increasing by 10% and then 10% again. And that's because the second time that you increase by 10%, you're taking 10% of larger numbers than you originally had. So you're going to be adding on a little bit more than if you just do 20% once. This first part goes back to just the plain old exponential growth that we've seen. 1% increase, you're going to multiply by 1.01. This 0.1 is 1%. And then every month for 6 months. So you're going to take it times that 6 times. For 1 year, that's going to be 12 months. For 2 years, it's going to be 24 months. And for 5 years, it's going to be 60 months. When you calculate those, these are going to be the values of that account after each of those time periods. And number 2, we're going to be writing an expression to simplify this. So it's going to be 1,000 times 1.01 to the power of m, m representing months. This is all going to equal A, and A is representing the account balance, how much is in the account. Number 3 is going to go into how much interest we're actually earning. So in 1 year, that's 12 months. This is the new account balance. So how much interest did we earn? Well, we started at $1,000, and in a year now we're at $1,127. So the amount of interest is $127. What percentage of the initial balance is that? So we're going to take 127 out of 1,000, or divided by 1,000. And that's going to equal 0.127. So what we're seeing is that the bank said in number 4, that we have a 12% annual return. This number right here is actually closer to 12.7% annual return, meaning that's how much it increased in 1 year. So if you were the bank, would you advertise the account as having a 12% annual return or that 12.7% annual return? People want to make more money. So if they see that you can earn a higher interest rate, that 12.7%, they're going to like that. So if you're going to advertise, you could use that 12.7% to your advantage.